炎炎no消防隊, the Fireman's Brigade. This is episode 6 and 7. 5 is going to be on the front. Well, 5 is going to be on the front. 6 and 7 is going to be after, so my shirt's going to change. Brandino! This week we're starting out the tournament that's going out for all of them for basically their proficiency test to see if, one, the squads have good candidates for their new groups, and two, to see how the new generation, aka the third generation users, are capable, or how capable they are at using their abilities. So Shinra, of course, stepping in, is starting to scope out the place, and he's looking around, seeing some people, and we have this goofy character that rolls up, which I thought was gonna be super serious. Turned out she's a real bucket of bull. So she jumps in, super serious face. My name is Tamaki Kotatsu. Stepping up, and I'm like, all right, she's making a bit of an entrance, and at first I'm thinking like, is that Maki-san? But when you look at her up close, she has like a certain pattern in her eyes, so I'm like, okay, no, that's not Maki. Plus, Maki wouldn't be rolling out and with her boobles all out, she ain't that, extra. Of course, Shinra, being nervous, gets the smile and everything, and I'm like, it's almost like he's checking her out, but he's really not. So then the next group that they see, or the next group that they introduce, is the 119. Makes me think of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, because they're a goofy bunch of cops. Watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm not getting paid for that. Forget I said it. Anyway, so the 119 squad, which in Japan, of course, they have a little joke. The way you would pronounce it is Wan Wan Nyan, or Nine, which kind of sounds like Nyan, which is the cat noise that they make, and Wan is how they kind of say like barking or anything, like Wan Wan. So the joke has a double entendre play. Well, not really entendre, but for the simple fact that there's two dogs and a cat representing the squad. Now, one of them, which it just looks like a different type of dog. It doesn't really look like how they were trying to make it look, but they were like, oh, well, the rumor about it because of the pun, because Japanese likes their word puns. But the rumor about it is that one of the dogs, they tried to like change its face to look like an old person so that it doesn't look like a dog. It still looks like a dog to me, so it's like, you didn't really change much. Plus, why would you surgically reconstruct an animal's face? Like, it's an animal, leave it alone. But the main thing is that they didn't want their squad to be known that they're only represented by animals, to basically say like, the people in their squad aren't good enough, the animals are basically the whole team. So they didn't want that to be the general consensus, which regardless, if the animals are the boss's boss out of the boss, why not? Why wouldn't you want them to be number one representation? Maki, of course, is breaking it down of like all the other people that's there, and Shinra's taking his notes of like who he's gotta, look up to and everything. And then, of course, they go to Brigade 1. Which, why did he have to roll in when they showed his character? Battalion commander of the 1 squad. Freaking eye patch, Nick Fury, with the jacket in the wind, one piece admiral, with the cool glare, Soul Eater. He's just got all the right stuff to be basically number 1. And as you're looking at him, you're like, okay, yeah, you can see why Shinra's been looking for this guy, because he looks like he is the toughest of the tough. He been through the worst of the fires, and he survived, kind of thing. So it's really like, you just automatically get that cool vibe. Like, he slides he slides into the into the fires, and they just extinguish by just his sheer cool. So he's trying to talk to the battalion commander, and he's like, hey, sorry to bother you. My name is Shinra Kusakabe, and just wanted to know if you remember the fire from like 12 years ago, and blah blah blah. And at first, he's really chipper, but I guess when he gets like a good look at the kid, his face kind of goes south, which immediately I'm picking up like, yo, he remembers. He's playing it off like he doesn't, because he shrugs Shinra off, but he's playing it off like he doesn't. But something twinged when Shinra said his full name. Something twinged in his heart, like he remembers something, but he just didn't want to talk about it because they're supposed to be paying attention to the tournament. Then the hijinks ensue. So Shinra's trying to sit here and talk, and of course he's like, I don't got time for your stuff, just get back to the tournament. He's like, wait, sir. Automatically, which I'm wondering, like, what kind of way would you have to swing your arm? Because there's no way, even if he's going like, wait, like that, like reaching up like this, there's no way that a person could move themselves in the way for your hand to not only rise up and grab their breast, but under the bra. Like, there's no way you could slide. You would have to literally be actually trying to grab some boob to be able to pull that off. I don't understand how that even happened. But she's over there, Tamaki, basically like yelling and trying to get his attention, even though he's literally having a fistful of booble all in the palm of his hand, and just like, she's so calm about it. So I'm guessing it's like a reoccurring thing that she's probably unlucky in that way, where she always manages. Because even after that, and of course Shinra's grinnish smile comes out, and she's like, you're such a perv. And it's like, I'm sorry, but it just happens. I'm sorry. It's like, you look like a perv, you're smiling about it. It's like, I don't mean to. Like, it's just a weird kind of thing that she's in this situation. But then I didn't fully understand the next scene, because is she like falling like backwards? Did she like lose her balance? Because one, how is she falling into Arthur and then all these other people, and the whole time each of these people are like grabbing her up, and then when she returns back to Shinra, how did she maneuver for him putting his hands down to be grabbing on the booty? Like, how did that even happen? There is no way, unless you are literally like falling and maneuvering their hands for you. There's no way that happens. Even though them cheeks is probably soft. Just saying. I'm just saying. Don't quote me on that shit, but fistful of cheek. Anyway, so, but the entire time Shinra has his nervous smile on, and I feel like the Brigade 1 commander is looking at him, and he has to recognize him. There's no way that he cannot see that's Shinra. It's no way that he doesn't recognize that kid, because what kid stands in the wake of a burning house smiling? The kid ain't evil. So it's like, he has to recognize him. I don't believe that. And he does like the look back of like, maybe if you complete the challenge, maybe I'll tell you. Like you get your motherfucking. Anyway, so Shinra's determined now, and as we get closer to the end of the chapter, everybody's showing their stuff, and of course Tamaki's basically found her rival, and everybody goes out. And I don't know, is Shinra just like a magnet for some of these girls? Because for some reason these girls are just automatically like not finding him attractive, but it's like they want his attention almost. And I'm not saying that Maki-san is literally like chasing after Shinra, but she's doting on him, and I've seen it already. So I'm like, it's kind of cool, but what's that? Is it that devilish grin? That sweet smile, but some evil looking behind it, the ladies. Anyway, so as the chapter comes to a close, Shinra's flying off using his rocket boots, and basically jumps to the top of the building, and we see that Tamaki also has an ability that can kind of keep up with him. But twists and turns, deception, disgrace, evil has the look on the face of that guy that just basically took out the dude upstairs, and he's sitting there like, so you want to know what happened 12 years ago? With his like hat covering like half of his face. His hat like down here like all wait, I gotta do it the other way. I can't get my hand right. You want to know about this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how did you even get into the test? I'm telling you, he's gotta be a commander. He's gotta be a commander on the low. If he's not if he's really a villain, then kudos to the fact that he's a ninja. But he's gotta be a commander on low, because there's no way that this guy, especially with all these top ranking people that are here, not all of them, but at least, you know, Fire Brigade Squad 1, like, that captain should know. But then again, they are normal people. They might not have sensory abilities, so he might be able to slide in using his fire ability. But come on, how did this guy get in and on the top floor? Anyway, so chapter 6, we see that Shinra is here, top floor, talking to this mysterious guy. And he doesn't know who this guy is, essentially, because, you know, he just popped up out of nowhere, and they're in the middle of their test. Like, they have a league test that they're doing. They're trying their best to get through it. And this random dude comes out of nowhere, which, I'm thinking that in life, like, when you actually experience things, unless you're like Sherlock Holmes or incredibly, like, anal about stuff, because I know there's guys or people out there that just notice like minuscule stuff and you're like, what? But unless you're like that, you won't notice or link things together very quickly. Of course, the way that Okubo is doing it, he's like giving you that little like, that is the guy, he's been there, he's did the things and the stuff. You know, like, he's linking it together. So if you don't know what's happening, or you didn't pick up on anything before, you won't know now. So Shinra's talking to the guy. And, of course, him being very, very, very trollish, he's, like, messing around with the Fire Brigade people that were supposed to be there as the Flame people. And then he's sitting there toying with Shinra, and Shinra's like, I'm going to take you down. Now, Shinra's got moves. I didn't know his moves was so good. Because generally, he seemed like he was just like rocket boosting up on his feet and then like flying whatever he was going. So, I thought he didn't have that much control over his flames. But in this chapter, his footwork is crazy. Like, it is crazy. Like, he's doing spinning heels, like axe kicks, dive bomb, like he's roundhouse, like he's doing a lot of moves. And the fact that his feet are basically jet boosters, like Ida, it's crazy to think of how much power he has now. Besides the point, because this Joker guy is playing with him the whole time. He's not even serious. Now, what happens is, towards the end of the chapter, after he, scruffs up a little bit, he's like, so you want to know about what happened so many years ago? And he's like, Shinra's not picking up, like, yo, this dude knows. Like, get the information. But he's thinking, like, is this, like, a part of the test? Is he for real? No, he can't be. Like, he doesn't really know if this guy's serious or not. But then the dude pulls the trump card and says, oh, you know that fire where your mother and younger brother died? Your brother's still alive. And you're like, whoa! And if you didn't hear that, Shinra's little brother, which was a baby at the time, is still alive somewhere. Now, this could just be the ploy. Because usually what villains do is they dangle the carrot, say this is what it is. Sometimes they're telling the honest truth. They're using it as a play. Sometimes they are lying. And it's like you don't know if it's the truth or if it's a lie, because they're villains. They could be using anything to get into your range so that they can take you out. So he's like, yeah, your brother's alive. And I'm like, oh no. Chapter 7. We come back and he's and of course, namely chapter 6. On the 6th chapter, the Demon and the Joker. Come on, that's such a title. But anyway, on the next chapter, chapter 7, this Joker character, or the Joker in this realm as it is basically giving Shinra an option. Like, hey, look, you're powerful. You should join my side. Forget about what the Fire Brigade is doing. You can sit there and be a hero all you want, but you'll come up with no results. If you want to learn the truth, come with me. Falling for that old Orochimaru snake tongue, and it's like, Shinra's not dumb. But there was one panel, if I could pull it up. There's one panel in this chapter that was just the absolute pinnacle of Shinra's like struggle. So of course it starts off. Sorry if you can't hear me. Hero or devil. And then what happens is you have this face for Shinra. Now I like when you're able to do this, when you can cover up one side, and that's his hero face, and then you cover up the other side. Ugh. This is very hard to do in reverse. I'm trying to... I can't do it. But you get what I'm saying. Like, I like when they're able to create that internal struggle that's literally on his face of just, this is what it is. Either I'm a hero or a villain, like frowning, like the play. And after that, you know, Excalibur, Arthur runs in with Catbutt, and basically they're thinking that this is all part of the challenge. Now Arthur, he's dumb. He's real dumb. Because Shinra is telling him from the jump, like, this guy is not part of our plan. This is not part of the games. Arthur's like, nah, move, dog. I'm about to get at him. Then he just gets caught. And it's like, you know, oh, Catgirl jumps in like, yeah, gotcha. And it's like, yo, he's got both of you in the trap. Move! Shinra, of course, saves, you know, Catgirl from her imminent demise. But now they're in a struggle because old boy poured out the rest of his little sand capsules, and now he's about to destroy everything. And the last scene, of course, is the building blowing up. Now, Shinra, of course, is able to survive this. He survived a house burning down before. But one key note that happened at the beginning of this chapter was the thing that I noticed immediately from the chapters before. The Joker was like, didn't you notice that the first Fire Brigade captain looked like he was hiding something? And that was supposed to be his thing to kind of sway him more. And I'm like, yo, who is right? Who's side? Yo, the drama. Anyway.炎炎ノ消防隊 is really, really pulling me in. And it's like, and it's just off of the ifs and maybes it's pulling me in. It's using that kind of like, could be this, could be that, who knows? Like, it's pulling me in merely off of that, and I just, it's turning out to be another banger by Okubo. So, comment down below, subscribe all over here, and don't let the fact that sometimes people keep truths from those they don't want to get you down, because the dawn always rises on a new day. That thing would be to know, right? Super long. Last week's炎炎ノ消防隊. Boku no Toriko. Wisdom. Nanatsu. Ansatsu. One palm. Audio dope at the top. Medium level on the stomach. Radiant somewhere. Wisdom Wednesdays. I said that already. And yeah, I know I was supposed to drop it last week. It's gonna drop this week. Put them on Thursdays. Collab with Audio Dope. Check it out.